Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode number 3 of our Pokemon Fire Red Hardcore Randomized Nuzlocke. In the previous episode, we made some huge progress, making it all the way through not just the rival battle, not just Viridian Forest, but also the Pewter City Gym. That's right, guys. We got our first gym badge here on the layout because we successfully defeated Brock in the previous episode. Now, I did not look up level caps for the next episode. I should have done that, or for the next gym, excuse me. But we got some wiggle room. I'm not too worried about it. And today we are hoping to make it all the way through Mount Moon. I don't know if that's actually going to be possible because it does kind of take a while. But regardless, we have got some incredible encounters coming up, as well as hopefully some really exciting battles. Now, I do want to check a couple things before we get too far here. We do need a few new Pokeballs. So let's head to the mart before we continue on. I may also pick up a few potions just to save ourselves a little bit of headache and going back and forth. Oops, let's grab, ooh, we can only get a couple. Let's get 2. Let's also pick up a few antidotes. That's always helpful. You just never want to lose to poison damage. Unfortunately, that's a silly thing that can happen. So let's head out, guys. We are going to be taking on a gauntlet of battles here. I think we also get the running shoes, which is hugely beneficial. Should save us quite a bit of time. Excellent. Woo, finally. The running shoes, you miss them at the beginning of the game. When you're used to playing with them, it is, man, it takes a lot out of you to not have them. All right, cool. So again, I want to reiterate, guys, there we are, Route 3. If you do hear clicking and things like that in the background, I have not tried a new controller, but for whatever reason, it's not working. I don't know. And so we're on keyboard for this run, which might be a little annoying. I will say, I checked it in the first episode. It really didn't seem that bad. So if it is bothering anybody, I apologize. I'll try not to be too heavy-handed with my keyboard, but it is a mechanical keyboard, and so it's a little louder. Sorry about it. All right, guys. Let's get through this Hitmonchan battle. Okay, come on. 5 times. What? I'm sorry. That's a bit much. All right. Now, we do have comments pulled up because hopefully we do get some new encounters, and as you guys well know, I hope, by this point, we are naming Pokemon from this series after commenters on any video. It doesn't matter which. That's how we are naming our Pokemon. You'll notice we've got Jordan, Brody, Claire, and Pugstar on the team right now. Those are all people who have left a comment on the channel on one video or another. It doesn't matter, like I said, which. So let's take down this Kirlia. Easy, no problem. Jordan definitely getting a little low here, but Pugstar getting to level 14. Can Jordan also get to level 14? Yes, excellent. Guys, we're killing it. We're doing great. I love it. Let's head up to the next battle here. These are, as you guys should know by now, when I say randomized, all the trainer battles are of course randomized, which means any of these battles could be the last battle. And here we go. This is the prime example. This could be terrifying. So let's hope it isn't. I'm gonna risk a stun spore here. Oh, dang it. All right, I really thought we would hit that. I was hoping to get that stun spore off. We could go to Claire. Let's try it here. Only because it's not gonna be very effective against us. It's not even gonna affect us, excuse me. So now we could freely Ember away, and we should be fine. I do like having that immunity. That's really nice. Teleport, obviously not going to do anything. This is perfect. Alakazam is terrifying, so I'm so glad Claire is here for us to help us out in times of need. Who do we have next? A Wartortle. All right, so definitely just a quick swap. We'll just go into Pugstar here. Obviously, I think it goes without saying, Brody is very strong, and I'm not really worried about Brody's level because naturally Brody is kind of our big red button right now. And so I do want to make sure we're giving some experience to our other Pokemon to get them on a higher level, so that way we have a very well-rounded team. I think that's definitely something that, in previous runs in particular, I've not been the best about doing, and so I want to make sure that I've taken that opportunity to do the best I can there. We can try and go into Claire again here. With Ember being super effective, I feel okay, but that Stun Sword, that was kind of what I was worried about. Obviously, Parasect is very good with any kind of effect stuff or hacks, so let's see how much this does. Oh, one-shotting. Okay, Claire, calm down. That was amazing. That was really, really good. So what we will do really quickly is just run back and heal up. We're right here. I'm not too worried about saving too much time here. Again, we may not we're probably not going to make it all the way through Mount Moon, let's be honest, but we might make or at least get the encounter in Mount Moon, and then we'll see where we're at that point. Assuming we can make it through these trainer battles. That's caveat number one. That's always the worry. All right. You know what I would love is to get a Frostlass. That would be kind of cool. I like Glalie, but I love Frostlass. That would be way better. Only because Frostlass is a cool little Haxmon. You can do a lot with Frostlass, in my opinion. We are going to take the opportunity to battle most of these trainers, just so we do kind of get to build up the team a little bit. It makes things a little bit easier for us later on. And again, we're not in a rush. We can just relax and enjoy it. That's all I care about, guys. I think this is a run to enjoy. And thus far, it's been amazing. So let's hope that continues. I mentioned this in the previous couple episodes. I'm going to keep mentioning it. You guys have been astounding. Showing up in strong numbers to watch, especially the Ultra Sun Nuzlocke. You guys have been incredible. I really do appreciate that. It's an absolute pleasure to have so many new people in here, so I do hope you continue enjoying what is, I think, a very, very good series. It's been a tricky one. We've had to restart a couple times, but it's okay. And I really do hope you guys continue enjoying it, because it's a fun series, to say the least. All right, we should probably swap here. I'm gonna go to Brody. X-Wild's a little scary, is all I'm gonna say. I'm not super stoked on this Uproar either, but you know, it is what it is. We could, I'm just gonna Thunder Shock. We could Thunder Wave, hoping to grab that Para, but I think we just want to damage this thing. It's not doing as much to us. It's doing 10. So we outdo this, and I think we'll be okay here. Let's think about something really important for us here. What kind of typings do we want to get on the team at this point? So we do have Dark, we have Fire, we have Grass, we obviously have Electric and Flying, and then of course we do have Ice. So we're actually checking Dragon types pretty reasonably. It could obviously be better, but that's fine. So I feel pretty good about where we're at. I would love a Fire type, or not a Fire type, excuse me, a Water type. A Fire type, just to give us that full core coverage, if that makes sense. I think that would be really helpful. Assuming that some of our Pokemon stick with us and evolve, I don't really want to upgrade some of these Mons. I actually really like who we have. We just need to keep them around long enough, and then of course evolve them at some point. So I'm pretty excited to see where the team goes from here. Obviously, like I said, we've got potentially at least 3 encounters in this episode. Ideally, we'll be filling out the team today, assuming we can catch them. But we obviously want to make sure we're also getting Pokemon that are like helpful to the cause in terms of giving us some of that type coverage. So we'll see how things go. Rapidash is actually a little scary here. Please don't get a burn. Okay. We're going to just Thunder Shock. Again, with that magnet boosting that Thunder Shock, it just feels like unless Peck is super effective, we almost should always go for the Thunder Shock. And I mean, it's paying off. Look how much damage we're doing here. Jordan gaining some experience, getting to level 15. That's excellent. Brody getting close. Definitely getting close. A Tyrogue. All right, so here's a prime example. We're gonna Peck. Fantastic. All right, so we might actually get a level. Oh yeah, definitely. That gave a surprising amount of experience, actually. I'm kind of amazed. All right, what is the last Mon? A Weezing. This is terrifying. This is really terrifying. This could have self-destruct. I'm gonna try a Thunder Wave. This is so risky. Please don't self-destruct. Poison gas. Okay, that's fine. Ugh, I don't like this. I should look up stats to see if it's... Okay, that was the right call. That was the right call. We're fine. We need a ghost type. That's one we could use. Ghost type would be really helpful against those. Wow, that was kind of terrifying. I'm just gonna heal up with some potions here. Let's not waste too much time. The music, man, is so good. All right, let's just get a potion up here on Brody. And we'll throw Claire out front because I'm noticing Claire is falling slightly behind, and I want to make sure we don't allow that to the best of our ability. All right. So guys, this is obviously a big battle episode. We've got a gauntlet of battles ahead of us. We're actually doing pretty well thus far, but you know, it's going to take a little bit. So hang there with me. I really do appreciate it. It's honestly, again, this is one of those series where I do want to sit back and enjoy it because I'm very confident in Gen 1 as far as the game, you know, pacing and going through it and doing all that stuff. And so I feel really strongly that we should be able to get through this game, but I don't want to rush it. I don't want to make the mistake of going too fast. There we go, level 14 on Claire, and losing a Mon needlessly. I know I've done that too many times in the past. I do not want to do that again. I don't actually know. I should know the typing here better than I do. But let's just try Peck and see. All right, cool. That was a crit. I'm only staying in because we're already in a non-set mode. I don't feel like losing needless HP. So level 16. Brody, you are a monster, my friend. All right, so I do know there's a battle down below. We'll go ahead and do that really quick. And then I think it's just one or two more, and then we're at the grass. We're doing all right, guys. We're at about 12 minutes right now on the recording, so we got plenty of time. Not worried about that. A Marshtomp. Wow, that's cool. Oh, I would love a Marshtomp. That would be a really excellent water type for us. That ground typing being added in there gives us that immunity to the electric types that we could run into. That's just a huge benefit. Now, obviously against a grass type like Pugstar, it's not gonna do so hot, but in general, that is a very good typing for us. I would love a Lantern. That's a personal favorite of mine. As you guys, if you've watched the channel at all, you know I love some Lantern. I don't know why, it's just kind of a favorite for me. Now, I don't believe there's items down here. Since we're here, we'll run back and heal. And then we'll continue on here, guys. But so far, so good. These battles are going really, really well for us. We're getting a lot of XP, which is what we need because Mount Moon is also a gauntlet. We've got Team Rocket there, of course. And then really, once we get to Cerulean, we'll kind of see where we're at. Obviously, there's some encounters we can get both to the... excuse me. I feel like I have to sneeze. To the west on the way into Cerulean. But then also to the north, there's actually, I believe, at least two. That we could get. Now, when we get the fishing rod, I think we can even get an encounter in the gym, which is kind of funny. All right. So there's this battle. There's the battle down below. If we want to take it on, that's actually an easy one to avoid if we want. But again, I think the XP is beneficial for us. And in particular, getting some of these like Claire a little bit higher level would make me feel a lot more confident. Getting the burn victory bell is going down, man. Claire, you are an all-star. Ooh, but see, I mean, I know that was a crit, but that was kind of a lot of damage. That's what worries me. And that was burned. And if I'm not mistaken, I think there was the split by now. So I'm fairly certain that that is a physical move, and that did a lot. Gorbis. All right, so definitely just a nice hard swap here. We'll go into Pugster, which should be just fine. I don't know why my camera isn't auto-focusing. Hey, focus on me. Oh, I did not mean to go for Absorb. That's fine. I mean, it's super effective, so it's all good. But we should be able to get a magical leaf off here, and we'll be fine. I did 1 damage. And here comes another one. Wait for it. Oh, 3! Okay. Sorry, that was a bit much. All right, there we go. Can Pugster gain a level from this? Very possibly. Claire getting 208. Claire's at level 15 now. That makes me feel a lot better. Getting to that 15 mark before Mount Moon makes me feel pretty secure in our team. Now, again, we do have, I think what we'll do, let's get Brody out front so we can Thunder Wave whatever we find. And let's head in here. Let's see what we can get. All right, guys, encounter time. Route 3, a Hariyama. You know, while I don't love Hariyama, this is a really good typing for us. So I'm good with it. I think that's fine. It's going to be really, really good against those normal types for us, which is perfect. Also opposing ice types, not that we really need the help because we of course do have some really strong mons, but I think this is great. I am going to swap into Pugstar here. And we can absorb and kind of keep ourselves healthy while doing a little bit of damage here. I don't want to do too much damage, which is why I'm not using Brody. Ooh, that did quite a bit, actually. That's kind of surprising. Arm thrust. All right, how much does this do? Not too much. I know this is a multi-hit move, but we're fine. Let's go ahead and absorb one more time. We should be okay unless we crit. Ooh, that was close. All right, excellent. Excellent, excellent. Tackle, that was a crit. That is fine. All right, let's throw some balls, people. Let's go. We got 18. It's only level 6. I don't know what the catch rate is, but it shouldn't be terrible. It is a 2-stage evolution, and there we go, guys. We get it first try. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. All right. Who shall we name this after? You know, I'm gonna name this Limitless, and this is for the Limitless era, who has been a huge supporter of the short series content for quite some time. They just commented as of the recording of this on Ultra Sun, just saying, man, I look forward to these every morning. Keep up the great work. I really, really appreciate that, Limitless. Thank you so much. I think that's a perfect name for our Hariyama here. Now, what do we have? Rock Head prevents recoil damage. That is actually kind of interesting with takedown, things like that. Tackle, focus energy, sand attack, and arm thrust. All right, so it has the stab fighting move, which is important. That's really the key here. I'm skipping that battle for now. We may go back to it, but I think one of these rocks has a hidden item. Might be that one up there. I also could just be wrong. I, for some reason, thought one of them did. Is it this patch of grass? Yes. A rare candy. That's not bad. I mean, kind of random, but I'll take it. All right, let's go heal. Now, we have another encounter right here because we have the Magikarp encounter, which means we should be able to get a freebie here. I'm kind of curious to see what it will be. Now, I don't remember which person I am to talk to. All right, not you. Not you. No. Is it literally the last person I check? It totally is. All right, so for 500 here, we get a freebie. It's a Venomoth. You know, again, it's a different mon. I will take that. A male Venomoth here. Let's go Storm. This is for K-Storm. Again, another supporter of the short series in particular. I really do appreciate it, K-Storm. You've been commenting quite a bit, and actually just recently asked about Hal's team. Yes, all the Pokemon are random every single time aside from the starter. It does have Insomnia, not a great moveset, but we should be able to get Confusion on here at some point. And Bug and Poison, technically new typings for us. We might be looking to replace K-Storm at some point, but for now, I'm good with it. Now, we have one more encounter here, guys. So before we commit to the team too crazy, let's see if we can grab an encounter in here. TM22 Blast Burn. All right, here's our encounter in Mount Moon. An Ekans. Ugh. I think we are paying the price for having such a strong lead in Brody. Unfortunately, I'm not a huge fan of Ekans, but of course we're gonna try and catch it. Don't worry. Truthfully, we could probably start throwing some balls now, but we'll see if we can swap out and do a little bit of damage. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. We're locked in, aren't we? All right. Forgot Wrap locked us in. We'll just try it for a Pokeball here. I don't think I can attack this thing. I'm double its level and it's an Ekans and we're a Zapdos here. All right, we get it first try. I'm happy to see that. Who do we want to name this after? That's like a really cool name. We're gonna name you that. That might be too cool for Ekans, but I love it. We're gonna name you, there we go. Zion or Zion. I don't know how you want to say that. Zion? I don't know. Regardless, that's a freaking cool name. They actually commented all the way back on the hardcore yellow Nuzlocke, which was a while ago. It feels like not that long ago, but it totally was. And just said nice. That's it. Which is totally fine. I think we've got, like I said, a little bit of time here. We're gonna try and maybe level up the team a little bit. We're keeping the team as is. Let's get Limitless out front here so we can get some levels. This is perfect. Get a trainer battle in right away. Hopefully get some levels on Limitless before we get too far. I think we'll focus on Limitless first. Excuse me. And then we'll work our way towards Storm. Obviously not staying in here. I think we can kind of safely go into Claire. I'm a little worried about the damage output here, but Sonic Boom is actually maybe the bigger concern. Tackle not doing that much, so I feel pretty good about it. And Ember doing a lot. Charge should be fine. Does that also raise special defense? I don't know. Doesn't matter. We should be fine. Easy. All right, Limitless, can we grab a little? Yes, getting a level there. I like it. Take every opportunity to get a level on Limitless. A ditto. All right, so what we're gonna do is actually go into Storm. This is gonna transform into Storm. And then we'll go back out since we do know the moveset and can very easily go into, since it doesn't have a bug type move, we can very easily go back into Claire, Ember away, and we'll be good to go. Not worried about what this thing has. Let's go ahead and Ember. Should do quite a bit. One-shotting from the beginning. Now we do have that Blast Burn TM. I don't plan on using it yet, though that is something we can consider later on. Part of the reason I don't like using TMs too early here, guys, first and foremost, I don't want to waste a TM. There's every possibility any Pokemon could die. And I don't want to waste one this early in the game when that's a possibility. Instead, what I prefer to do is wait a little bit, see if we get an established team when we've got a few more extra encounters, and then that way we can make a more informed decision as far as where those TMs need to go. But obviously, Blast Burn, it's better than Ember, I would suggest. So, or even in tandem with Ember, it could be very good. So, are we really not strong enough to run from this thing? Or fast enough? I'm just gonna Arm Thrust. Now we are wrapped. That's actually bad. It's really bad. Shouldn't have gone for the Arm Thrust in hindsight, but that's fine. I'm bad about certain typings, knowing exactly the type matchup, so I'm gonna make mistakes like that. I apologize. As long as it doesn't poison us, we should be okay. Tackle doing a good bit. I think we just continue the tackle onslaught. And we'll obviously need to heal up here. All right, we were freed from wrap. I'm gonna tackle one more time. We should be okay. Defense drop is not ideal, but we should be okay. There we go. Limitless doing the thing. I love it. 70 XP. That's an extra level. I will take it. Every level is really gonna help here because one, it allows us to run away from wild Pokemon, but two, it gets us. I'm sorry, what? I really want to Arm Thrust you. I really want to Arm Thrust you. We shouldn't risk it. Let's not be silly. I don't know if it has self. It was the crit! Oh my god! Yes! Oh, come on, guys. That was amazing. That was so good. Oh, that's amazing. I'm so stoked to see that. All right, very cool. Very, very cool. I'm gonna actually try and Arm Thrust this thing. I don't remember. Yeah, it is part ice type right now, so that's actually great. Can we get one more? 3 XP, man. I'm gonna take it all day. Any kind of easy XP like that. I tend to shy away from doing random battles like this. I think it's worth it too, because one, it saves us from having to grind. We get to chat, it's fine. But on top of that, It really gives us a lot more leeway in some of these battles as we go through the game versus having a really hard time and then right before a gym leader grinding up so that way the gym leader is easier. I feel like this keeps it more consistent. And so while I know we may get a little tired of some random battles here and there, I think it's for the best. So let's head in. There we go. Again, gonna get Limitless up first, and then we'll work on Storm, only because I think Limitless has a bit more of a type coverage from a type coverage standpoint, has a little bit more to offer us for now. But regardless, both of these should be very helpful in the long term. Rage is fine, although I think Arm Thrust is maybe not good for us to throw out here. That Rage is gonna get real crazy here in a second. I don't actually know how strong Rage can get. Do we risk it? I'm gonna risk it. Okay, it just goes for Water Gun anyway. I don't know if that was worth the risk. I don't actually have any clue if that was as scary as I thought it was, but it's fine. Limitless is gonna get all the HP or the XP here. That's another level. One really important thing to note here, as we see Limitless get to 51 HP as well, we do want to make sure we're pretty cognizant of the fact that 40 HP is a pretty solid benchmark to get past in these early turns of the game, or early episodes of the game, solely because I don't particularly... Oh, this is bad. I do not want to lose to Dragon Rage. Now, some people do invoke Dragon Rage Claws, and I generally do if it comes up before the first gym or two. But once we get past that 40 HP mark, it's just one less thing to worry about, and it makes me feel better about the run. So I like to try and set that as a early game benchmark for you guys. I know some of you actually were talking about starting Nuzlockes of your own for maybe even the first time. And I just want to say, first of all, I encourage you to definitely do it. It's an absolute blast. But two, some of you were asking about settings. How should you randomize, I should say? Is it worth it to, that kind of stuff? If it's your first Nuzlocke, I like to suggest maybe don't randomize. Only because if you've not played one before, it can be a bit like daunting to randomize, only because you have no clue what to expect, right? If it turns out to be that you face, which again is very rare to happen, but if you face Brock, you get to Brock for the first time, your team is randomized to a Caterpie and a Weedle and some really terrible Pokemon, and they happen to have like a Steelix and like, you know, a Zapdos or whatever. Like, those are possibilities. Now again, those are outliers. It's usually not quite as unbalanced as that, but that's absolutely something that can happen. And you have to be cognizant of that as you go through. And so if that is something that you're worried about, I would suggest just do a regular Nuzlocke, don't randomize it, play through as you wish. And then as you get more experience with Nuzlocking in general, especially if you've never done it, then jump into, hey, I want to try something different here. I want to throw a randomizer on top of this. And you can randomize as much as you want. Some people only randomize like wild Pokemon, and that's it. All the normal stuff is the same. This was a bad call. I forgot double kick is a thing. All right. We don't have a great answer here. I guess its only poison move though is Poison Sting, so let's do this. But yeah, so just as a suggestion, I would start there and then see where things go. This is actually kind of a scary mon for us. Let's Magical Leaf. Should be okay now, but like, yeah, that does quite a bit. As long as we don't get poisoned. I mean, even if we do, I think we're fine. We've got antidotes, we're good. But yeah, I think that's a really easy place to start, guys. That gives you a little bit more leeway, and you don't have to stress too much about things. All right, Limitless is level 12. Excellent. We're getting above the wild Pokemon levels here, so that makes me feel really, really good. Dusclops. I don't love Dusclops. Let's go into Claire. Bind, that's fine. And we'll Ember away here. This will probably also, just as a quick heads up, be our last battle in this episode. We're coming up on that 30-minute mark. What we'll probably do is finish this one up, assuming we make it through, which I think we should be okay, depending on what that last Pokemon is. We'll head back to the Pokemon Center, heal up, and then that way we've got a nice, easy start to Mount Moon in the next episode, where we've already kind of cleared out a little bit. I think that'll be perfect. I really hate that. Can we smog? Disable is so annoying for the record. All right. So we are locked in here. We basically just have to hope smog lands and then wait it out. God, that does nothing. Okay, but we do get the poison. Will it knock it out this turn? That would be awesome. Because I don't want to risk losing Claire here. Please die. All right, cool. Did it. Amazing, guys. Claire gaining some good XP there. All right, and a C dot. Perfect. Let's just, we're disabled. All right, fair enough, fair enough. Let's just go to Brody here. Let's finish it off strong. We can peck away at this thing, deal some massive damage, and we should be in good shape. Very productive episode. We've got a full team now, albeit some of the team, I wouldn't mind looking at some stronger options, but that's okay. Not stressed about it. Like I said, we're going to focus on Storm maybe more in the next episode as we get through this to hopefully get a better moveset there, because I do feel like, of course, Storm right now by far is our weakest mon. But I think with Limitless leveled up a bit further, we've got a really good check for a lot of different typings. And I think that's really important for us. So, I think the next step is definitely, oh, wow, very cool. I think the next step is definitely get K-Storm leveled up. And of course, get through Mount Moon. We should have a couple of encounters maybe in the next episode. We'll see kind of what the order turns out to be. We could always go for the gym first if we so choose. But I think generally speaking, I tend to go more for the rival battle first. We'll see what the levels are there and we'll make a move based on that. But let's go ahead and see if we can take out this Quilava as well before we go. Just because I think this will get us to level 13. And again, every level counts, especially in the beginning of the game here where we definitely want to get ourselves up to the level cap where possible. Only 2 times, that's fine. All right, as long as we hit this, we should be okay. I think we'll at least hit twice. So there we go. 1 time. Yeah, 2 times should definitely knock it out. All right. Do we get an extra level here is the question. That would be a huge help. 182, definitely. Look at that. Level 64, trying to learn Vital Throw. I will absolutely learn Vital Throw. All right, let's see. Makes the user attack after the foe. In return, it will not miss. Okay. I'm actually going to get rid of Focus Energy. I kind of hate Focus Energy. And Sand Attack is actually kind of niche useful in certain aspects, especially in the early game when you're up against some scary mons. Lowering their accuracy is a very reasonable way to get through some of these early battles if you find yourself in a scary one. Oh goodness, here we go. All right, let's just Vital Throw. See how much this does. It should do fine. Yeah, easy. Very good. I probably won't. I was gonna say I could level up K-Storm or Storm in between episodes, but I kind of like that being a part of the goal. So I think we'll let it be for now. We're gonna heal up here, of course, and end the episode. Guys, a huge thank you. This has been a hugely productive episode. We've gotten a lot done. Making our way through Mount Moon is the goal in the next episode. Hopefully getting to Cerulean City. We'll make a game plan from there if we go to the gym first or Nugget Bridge first. Again, there is a rival battle there before we can get to the bridge. So I want to check levels, see which maybe we want to do as far as order goes. And then again, some new encounters as well. We've got to the west of Cerulean City right off the bat. And then hopefully to the north, I know there are 2 encounters. So we'll see how things go in the next episode, guys. But I just want to say a massive thank you. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in this episode. Do check on Saturday for the next episode. And I think it's Saturday. No, it might be Tuesday. I'm mixing up days. Whenever the next episode is, I hope you'll join me then. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you later.